Welcome. This is TrinityGaiaOracle. Today's reading is a little different. As you can see, I'm outside. I'm enjoying the sound of the wind, the crunch of the snow under my boots. If you are watching this right now, I invite you to own your freedom. Claim it. Sometimes things that come as little bits and pieces of knowledge, little bits and pieces of seeds that maybe don't fully culminate into their true meaning until years down the road. Maybe bits of wisdom from even your childhood, things that just left such a strong imprint on your memory suddenly make sense. That sound of that wind, the knowing. The way that the divine speaks to us through nature, through Gaia. We're always connected. We're never apart. Even when we feel that we maybe are. When everything in our world aligns to make us feel like we're an island unto ourselves. That we're forever out in the cold. This may be an image that, for those of you that are familiar with tarot, is the Five of Pentacles, out in the cold. I invite you to play in the snow. Make some snow angels. Sit and lean against a tree and feel that solidness, that deep, sleeping wisdom. Give back to Gaia. Give back to that tree. Thank the wind. These are all metaphors. These are all subconscious keys. These are all things that allow the divine to speak to us because we give them meaning. We choose that. We are free. No one can speak over what anything means to us, no matter how critical or mean or even beautiful and well-meaning they may be. It is our personal relationship. No one knows us like we do, and no one knows us like our divine. And I speak to that. I say that. Because in being aware of yourself, you are aware of divine. This gift of this life, the awareness that you are, that is power in and of itself. That is co-creation right there. And yeah, maybe you need to kick up the snow a little bit. Maybe you need to stomp around. Maybe you need to let that part of you know just how hurt you are at times and how unhappy and how you just don't understand. Words of wisdom, words of power I encountered years ago. I thank that person for being a channel for the divine to speak to me. Because now I'm passing that on. I'm paying it forward. And I hope that you hear the depths of the wisdom within it, because it's deeper than just the words. It's the emotion, it's the life, it's walking it. The divine doesn't care if you are upset, or if you're mad, or if you're hurting. The divine just wants you to talk to him, to her, to the Trinity. This is not about gender. The divine is beyond everything that us humans could possibly conceive. And that's why we communicate through so many different means, because the divine has to try to reach us in a way that we can understand. And the duality of masculine, feminine, day, night, these are things that are basic. These are things that he or she is being, because we don't have the language for it, can reach us. So wherever you are, whatever you're going through, know that you are free. I encountered this comment while watching the video. I want to make sure to go back and give that person a little bit of love for that, because they were also acting as a channel for the divine. And I'm paying it forward. Now, I believe that in my walk, in my life, in my experience, The divine is beyond anything that we conceive of, but speaks to us through that. So, that being said, I find wisdom in many places, and divine speaks to me. Shamanism, Buddhism, Jainism, Taoism, Celtic, Druidic, and yes, Christianity. I've even encountered a beautiful soul in my life who was falling in love with being a Muslim, and she was just such a sweetheart. So there is love everywhere if you're willing to see it. I don't want to put my divine in a box. I don't want to limit my divine. My divine, there's such a beauty in just knowing that that being is so much more powerful than anything I could conceive of. And its greatest power is in love. So with that, it was the scripture Jeremiah 33:3. And it reminded me of that song, What If God Was One of Us? Like how you could just call up the divine, right? What if? And it's, if you call out to me, I will answer you. I will answer you. You may not always understand what I'm trying to say, but it's because I'm trying to figure out how to reach you. So wherever you find meaning, be it in the snow angels, maybe stomping around, the wind, maybe it's in movies, art, music, dance. Gosh, there's so much variety in this beautiful existence. Wherever you encounter that, know that it is the divine trying to let you know that you are heard, that you are loved. And if you are lost and you're hurting and you don't understand and you're tired, it's tempting to shut down. It's tempting to pull back in. It's tempting to not be open. It doesn't stop the divine from trying. So I would like to invite every single one of you that is here, that is watching this, that is present, that feels the love, the passion in this. You are free because you are aware that you are. And that means that you're connected. Are you willing to speak? Are you willing to be hurt? Are you willing to give gratitude for things that have come to you in your life that many, and maybe at a different time in your life, you could have genuinely just been like mad, hurt. You could have totally framed it in such a negative light. But instead, you see it for the blessing that it is. It moved something in you. And this could be like, I don't know, maybe you trip, maybe you stumble, maybe you stub your toe, maybe you fall and you break your wrist, or whatever it may be. That happened for you to be in a specific place at a certain time to have this incredibly beautiful moment of being liberated. If that resonates for you, I invite you to own that. And this right now, this may be the invitation for you to give yourself the permission to actually voice how you feel to that part of yourself. I hope you guys can hear the wind a little bit, because there's just such a peace in hearing the wind. Knowing that that's a symbol. It's a symbol for the knowing, the wisdom, the knowledge. That it's speaking. The divine is speaking to you in every way that the divine could possibly think of. I would like to bring this particular reading to a point, to like bring it to a close, if you will, with inviting you guys to just take a couple of moments of silence with me. Breathe into that knowing. If you can hear the wind, let your mind just appreciate its presence. No projections, no expectations, just try to just be with it. Know that you're inhaling that air, that knowing, that knowledge. You're one with it. As you inhale, when you exhale, let the exhale be a little bit longer. Let your body, your nervous system know that you are safe. On that second exhale, you can already feel the shift in your mind. You can feel the shift in your cells, the oxygen bathing your body, your awareness calming, your nervous system easing. In that space, know that you are free to express yourself with your divine, and no one has the right to speak over that. It is your personal relationship. I remember growing up, one of the things that I was taught quite frequently was, even in the scripture, your relationship with the divine is your business. It's no one else's. It's yours. It's personal and it's private. Because no one can be you. So the divine can't be the way that the divine is with you with anyone else. This is one relationship that is yours. That will always be yours. So be honest, authentic, and real with that part of you. Make snow angels or stomp around and cry and yell and just let your heart out. Be. The divine just wants you to talk to him. And I say him because it's somewhatly a pattern, being where I grew up. You know, everybody talked about God like God was male. And somewhat a learned, consistent, narrow pathway. But know that, like, consciously, I know that divine's beyond gender. The divine, the love within me, honors and sees the divine, the love within you. Soul to soul. Namaste.